Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim. Welcome to Evening Chat. That's right, we're not cooking, we're not grilling, we're talking, we're chatting. Got on a shirt, combed my hair, took a shower, wearing my Rolex, and I'm going to make a pot of coffee. Would you be so kind to join me? Pull up a cup. Got all the fans going, the AC going. I was listening to some, who was I listening to? I got that Alexa music cranking, man. Put you over here on the side so you have to look at my back. I was playing ZZ Top just now and hearing all the good ones. Unlimited skips, all the good ones. Just going back in time, back to high school, back to the good old days. We really are missing those good old days, right? With today's events going on. Well, they're already, wearing the story out. I've already trailed off. I'm very concerned and I'm praying for Israel, United States, President Trump. But the media, of course, is just making it political, as predicted. They're just like those hater channels. You put something up and they're like, okay, how can I twist this around to making it hateful? Man. They are funny. Well, I don't know about being funny, but they're out there. Cuckoo. All right, let's get some water here. I love these new Aldi mini bottles. And they're actually more expensive than the taller bottles. But like I mentioned today, they go on tight. And they're great to freeze, and when you get one down, you can pour the water, and the other one's still got some ice in it if you have another bottle without ice. But look, they twist right off. They're awesome. And it takes 3 of these, crush it, to make, look at that, how tight that is. It takes 3 of these to make 2 of the big bottles, roughly. So we're making some coffee here, some McCaffee. And I want to say hi to Miss Sheree. Is that how you say it? Sheree? Anyway, she's a sweet girl, isn't she? On our comments. She made first 2 or 3 times now. Shout out to, let me see if I can go through a few of them. Shout out to Bella, Jim Bauer, TRD, Bubba, Sharon, Course Angel. See, it isn't that I don't know you. It's just that I'm sitting here on the spot. But anyway, that's because I was already thinking of my next thing I wanted to say, actually. Just sit here and do that would be silly because there's so many of you. Let's get this going. Work. I would like to share something with you. Police Don out in Texas, he wasn't happy that the steaks that he sent me were defrosted and didn't have the dry ice in there. And it wasn't his fault, my fault, your fault. It was just that UPS, when they deliver, they deliver generally to addresses where someone will see it that night, I guess, if they're not home. And my mail goes to an office, and at 4:30 and weekends, there's no there's no gathering your mail. You have to wait till Monday, and you have to get it before 4:30. So they delivered during the week, but after 4:30, and then they actually came late the next day and delivered it. And I think the ice was working overnight and everything because those steaks were cool to the touch. They weren't cold. They weren't frozen as they were supposed to have been. And so Police Don straightened it out. And so another box will be arriving after the weekend of the exact same order. So we're going to double up. And I just think that's fantastic. It's like a Father's Day gift, bonus Father's Day gift. Him and Tina are such nice people. And I didn't know, if they were okay or not because they were defrosted and you could see the blood in the bag. And they were like you bought them at the grocery store, in the casing, not frozen. And then didn't come right home. And then you brought them home. They were that cool, but not cold. You know what I mean? They were fine, but that's not the way they were supposed to be delivered. And because of whatever, another box is coming. So I'm really excited about that. I really appreciate Police Don for getting that rectified because we didn't know. I made one last night. It was perfectly fine. The filet mignons in there are smaller. I froze them. The whole thing about refreezing, I Googled it. You know what it says? If meat or steak is defrosted slowly in the refrigerator, especially a reflective refrigerator, you can refreeze those steaks multiple times. Did I say this already? So they're frozen, and let's take a look. Here's the other beautiful grass-fed, really thick, good inch and a half New York strip. And what's this here? 4 filets mignon. And now we will have 4 more filet mignon and 2 more additional. Dang it! Sorry about that. Slammed my door. I hate doing that too. I don't ever close them all the way. On the way. So I am good on meat and I'm deeply appreciative. Couldn't ask for anything more. Just starting the couple of weeks into a carnivore diet. But we're not going to talk carnivore. My lips are sealed. Not everybody in my community is religious, obviously, due to the views I get on Crushing It for Christ. And I know not everybody is going to want to eat meat only. I know a lot of people try diets, and you're all for, slowing down, slimming down, eschewing a few food products, and then some of you, a slim margin, I think it is, are all in carnivore, like myself. So I weighed after I got out of the shower, butt naked, and I was 199. I am under 200, literally. It always registers 200, or I didn't see 201 when I'm dressed, but I want to see dressed under 200. I saw it one day. I didn't eat for the whole day. But I got a pound of meat in me. I ate that, today I made it on the grill. I made a video of that prime. It had to be cooked. It was supposed to be cooked the other day until I was surprised with these steaks. So I had to cook that. And it was good. It was very good. Prime. Not grass-fed. And Bubba left a comment regarding the difference between Black Angus, and grass-fed steaks, or prime, I should say, prime. All right, we got coffee. Let's get some cream. I'm not going to be opening my new one because I still have this Publix small one here. And one to grow up. And thank you, by the way. One of the subscribers said, stop using that half and half at McDonald's. Carry some cream, get the McCaffey, and you know what? That's defeating what I'm trying to do with this carnivore. So I'm going to get a little ramekin or some kind of little container. I can just put anything in my cup holder. It's going to be that deep of some cream, and I will add it to my black coffee from now on instead of getting their 4 creams, which is half and half. Isn't it half and half they use, or was it Ray? There's another subscriber, Mr. Ray. Got to give him honorable mention, and my buddy. I think he shared with us on the comments about how many calories and what. I was wondering if McDonald's used powder or liquid cream. Now I can't remember if it was half and half or heavy cream. I would think that because it's check out the color here. Oh, that's gold, baby. We're only going to have a cup of this air. It's 8:53. Turn it off. I'll drink that in the morning. We'll be ready to go. I guess we can stand here a minute before I go sit down. So we got to get to the bottom of that, Ray. Do they use heavy whipping cream? Or do I need to start bringing my own? Ooh, that's good. Man, folks, that's the best cup of coffee I've ever drank in my life. Oh my gosh, is it good with that heavy whipping cream. I don't know who it was that told me, however far back it was, about heavy whipping cream in coffee. And I finally did it. Thank you. Probably Jim Bauer. I'm sure a lot of you are going to say in comments, it was me, because several of you did. And several of you have told me about, could have done it right then, right? The butter in the coffee. God, when am I going to try it? I'll do it in the morning. Do I need to use my organic, the Irish butter I got at Aldi, or regular old butter? They're all butters, salted. Oh, by the way, dang, that's good. This stuff, I'm real happy with it. The steak I had tonight, they had a whole array. You saw the video when I was in Walmart. And I just didn't, I wanted to get one that did say steak on it because I'm going to be eating a lot of steak. I got nothing against chicken and seafood. I'll be eating my share of that. I got those pork chops in there too. I'll just put this on it. Or maybe next time I'm in Walmart, if I ever go back there again, I'll get one that says pork or ribs or pork chops or chicken or whatever, and get one of these. But let me get my readers. I'm sure I read it correctly. I hope I don't see sugar written on here. I don't want any sugar, right? I don't want any. It says right here, there's salt, spices, including black pepper. And so I didn't have to buy any black pepper, and that was on my list to get. Let me show you that a little closer, what they look like. There you go. Focused in there. Bunch of good looking stuff. Let's get back to drinking. You having any coffee? Should I buy some decaf? Does McCaffey make decaf? I ain't drinking decaf. Oh, man, so good. Hey, it's Friday night, and about 8:30 I threw this shirt on, and I said, why don't you ride over to St. Armand's and walk around, make another video. But I got to be honest with you, folks. Something about today, the humidity kicked up. Last couple of days, while it's been hot, what kicks our butt here is that humidity. And today it had to be up there. I come out of the gym and it was kind of late. I went to Planet Fitness. You guys saw it. And it was hot when I came out of that gym. Just so, yeah. I feel good right here in the AC. I'm all cleaned up, talking to you guys. I'll put on some grit and find myself a Western. I have, do you know about Pluto TV? It's an app. You download Pluto TV, Pluto. You can watch it free on your phone, and you can, if you have a smart TV, which I'm sure you do, you can download the app on there, and you don't need to sign in or create anything. You can go on there and just go on it. All movies, old shows, I mean, tons of channels. It's not like Tubi and those things that only show like Netflix, like movies. And no, this is like a TV guide that you can see, and it's a very intuitive TV guide. You know, you got westerns, drama, thriller, movies. You can create favorites if you want to do. If you do want to create a username on your phone, you can put a heart next to them, and those channels will come up first, so you don't have to go through the 100 channels they got, at least 75. It's awesome, but you do need the internet to stream it, like you do pretty much any smart TV, right? I charged tonight. That's why these are out. About a year or so ago, I had a company send me all these batteries, not these 9 volts over here, but all of these AA's and AAA's. They're rechargeable. And they also sent me 2 charging boxes where you put them in there, you plug them into a USB, and like I'm doing it right now, there's a couple more right here that's not done. See, the red lights are on? They go in this light I have here. I bought these at Walmart. I have one right here. Oh, look at all these colors. How about that? Forgot all about that. I keep one in here just for the pantry to look around. This is like the one over there I just showed you. See? I just have them around. And when you got a bunch of lights like that, you hate to go buy batteries all the time. So they sent me these. I did a review on them. And look, 2 years later, they charge. You can recharge them. They're lithium. Multiple times, hundreds of times, maybe thousands. I don't know. So they really come in handy. I was really kind of getting on myself today a little bit like, look, Baker, you got an e-bike and an e-scooter. You're carrying around your car. Ride it, you know? And every day I think about it. And it's just been, I don't know, got to go to the gym, tomorrow I got to get these propane tanks filled. I was going to ride it to the gym. And then I did that twice, and you take your life in your hands. I want to put it in the truck and take it somewhere and use my Tellison neck harness that holds my phone that Ray got me, Ray and Connie, and video some area for you guys. You know, other than Siesta Key, which I've shown you, and Waterside and Lido and Bradenton Beach. I went up to Clearwater once. I just videoed the beach. I wasn't all around town there. But maybe I'll go down to Sanibel or Fort Myers. I've been wanting to go down there and check it out myself. You know what's really disappointing, talking about going around, I always think about the Keys. I always think about it. And it must sound really glorious to you. And you might have a great time. But you have no idea what the Keys used to be. You know, I'm from here, basically. I wasn't born here, but I've been here a lot of years. And I remember when West Palm was West Palm. I remember in 2015 when Sarasota was Sarasota. They were giving property away. And I certainly remember the Keys when I was a kid, multiple trips down there getting lobster and diving, going down there with my high school buddies and different things. And as a young person when I was married and a family and all that, and used to be able to just pull over to the side of the road, camp, swim. Now You stop, they'll come put you in jail. I mean, it's just, everything is so different. When I went to the Diplomat Hotel, while it was a beautiful hotel, I mean, what a zoo. I went to the Hard Rock, I always want to say casino, but it's the Hard Rock Hotel down there in Hollywood. And it was nice, but it was kind of disappointing of the cigarette smoke. When you go in those casinos in Vegas, you don't walk in and immediately choke. They got some kind of serious filtration system there. And they do allow smoking in a certain area, but I think probably the majority of it is no smoking. And I never remember choking. And that Hollywood Hard Rock, if you don't like cigarette smoke, I do not recommend going there. I really don't. So, Friday the 13th did turn out to be a meat day. That's right. But seriously, it wasn't very lucky for Israel and Iran with the situation that's going on. It's a very sad situation. Let's pray that it ends quickly. Let's pray that they both had, their tit for tat, and they realize there's no winner in this. And to leave well enough alone, just live and let live. President Trump said, I like the Iranian people, and I want the country to enjoy. I want to trade with them. I want to, go back and forth and all these kind of things. It's the regime. It's the politicians. It's their government. It's the way it is with any country. We get confused and think that everybody that lives there is terrible. I think I've met some pretty nice people that were from Iran years ago. I haven't met anybody from Iran in a while. And I know there's plenty of Latino people that I meet every day that are just wonderful souls. It's a bunch of government issues. I don't know if the people have that much problem with each other. And so we're, shooting missiles. It's a pretty big deal, isn't it? I mean, ICBMs, man. How about that that ability to shoot them out of the sky, like 90%? But that ain't 100% like they're saying. But what a beautiful city they were showing on the news of Tel Aviv. I mean, a very pretty skyline, a very modern, beautiful city. I'm sure Iran has the same type of thing. Even China and all those countries. They have modern, beautiful stuff. Nobody wants it to turn into rubble, like over there in the West Bank and Palestine or wherever we blew up or they blew up, or Iraq. Unfortunately, those people over there in Ukraine, it's just terrible. Can you imagine walking around in rubble? Can't even drive down the damn road because you got no gas and there's rocks in the middle of the road. Even when the shooting stops. When is that going to be cleaned up? Never, ever, it will seem like. I mean, how do you rebuild an entire town or a city? It's terrible, folks. We have no idea what it's like. The women, the children, the innocent citizens that just want to live a life, even if they don't want anything to do with us and want to live their own religion, their own life. They just, I understand a lot of these people over in Iran, only 20% of them even agree with their government. Most of them are just afraid to say anything. It's probably the way it is in China too. Fortunately, we have a lot of freedoms here, and we want to keep those. We don't want our country to be under some kind of a rule of law that we can't speak or do or enjoy the freedoms that a lot of people died for. So this is really showing and being grateful that we are as strong as we are, so that hopefully nothing's ever sneaks through the space, the stratosphere, and lands in your backyard or here on our soil. So that's a nuclear thing. It's very, so yeah, we couldn't allow that. I agree with President Trump. We cannot allow anyone that would use it. So, just keep keep it cool. Stay in your own lane, you know? And let's trade. Let's do business. Let's get along. Let's love. Nobody needs to have missiles falling down on your head. You know, and if people get completely crazy, I'm not saying, like everything you're hearing about Iran, you know, death to America, death to Israel. We want to wipe you off the map. Well, you know, that isn't their people saying that. Remember that. That's these crazies, these generals and this Ayatollah Khomeini, or whatever you say it. Ever since I was a little kid, I've been hearing about the Ayatollah Khomeini or Khomeini, or when's this guy going to die? I mean, I don't know. I don't really want to go there and talk about it, not that I'm afraid to. I just don't know anything about it. I know that the conflict is between over there and over here. It's not even with us. It is, but it ain't. And they said tonight, I heard that, and I agree, if they make the mistake of crossing the line and shooting any missiles at one of our embassies and then killing any of our people, any of our soldiers, guess what Donald Trump's going to do? Who doubts that he won't retaliate? Who doubts that the man that always pushes back when he's pressed upon, he always comes back twice as hard? You don't mess with that man. You don't mess with the United States of America. Not now. Not while he's in the Oval Office. That's for sure. And that's what makes me proud. And that's what, he didn't win by a slim margin. He won by a majority. And I'm glad that our country is behind him on everything he's doing. And I just pray that all of this will soon go away and we'll start to morph into something that interests us more than hating on each other and infighting. And our government, it's an embarrassment. It really is. They really need to know how to act right and start crushing it.